trying to get you to drop your soap so he can go up in them butt cheeks. So your best thing to do is don't be Peter gazing. When you go to the shower, keep your mother soap in your container.
So that's what that is? So you drop the soap, now you're down low, and people think you're looking at their happy place. And if they think that you're looking at their happy place, then they about to put their happy place inside of you? What it is, guys, it's your boy BlastphamousHD, and today we're here to check out a video called simply Don't Drop the Soap in Prison. And the dude is about to tell us exactly why you should never do that and or join a prison gang. I've never been to hardcore prison. I was in jail for about, that wasn't that bad. We bathed in powder. They didn't give us no soap and we got to bathe by ourselves. So we never had to worry about anybody trying to shower with us unconsensually and in sex-like ways. But I'm pretty sure that people would love to know what... We just gonna watch the video. I'm new to this type of stuff. I ain't know dropping the soap was a thing. I ain't know that just because I have loose grip on soap, that can mean you lose your anus. I don't even know what you lose. I'm guessing it's your butt cheeks. I hope it's not, but we gonna find out together. Let go.
In the Fresh Out series, we've been getting tons of emails about prison life. So we decided to start this series to answer all those questions you have. Prison life can be a scary thing if you know what you're walking into. You can end up in a deadly situation or get fucked up. I'm Big Herc, and I served nearly a decade in federal prison. Damn. And I've seen and lived through some shitty times. And this is Prison Talk.
Prison Talk.
This is from another one of our viewers. I just got sentenced to 5 years. I'm not a gang member, but I heard that when you're in prison, you don't have a choice but to join the gang. Is this true? This is not true. I did my whole bid. I never joined the gang. I didn't really run with nobody, but at the same time, I did eat and hang out with a certain group of people, and if something happened, I had to roll with those people. So, you don't necessarily have to join a gang, but at the same time, if you have a cellie that's involved in gangs and he's your cellie, you're gonna have to back his ass up. If you sit at a table with a group of guys and they're part of a certain car, you're gonna have to roll with that car if shit kicks off. So you do have to an extent, get involved, even though you don't want to be involved. It's inevitable, unless you're just a guy who just kind of sits off to the side and just eats by yourself and doesn't hang out with anybody. But if you hang out with somebody, if your boy has funk, you're gonna have to back him up. And that's just how it is in there. But for the most part, you don't have to join no gang. You don't have to run around and do no bullshit unless you are associating with that shit on the street and somebody in there knows you from the street, then you're obligated. But other than that, if you weren't really fucking around on the street, then you ain't gotta fuck around in prison, It's pretty much you do your own thing unless you wanna be involved in something. So those are choices you have. You don't necessarily have to bang, but if you wanna bang, it's there for you. And once you get involved in a prison gang, you can't walk away. You're stuck in that shit. If shit goes down, you best have your ass on the yard. If you aren't on the yard, the homies are gonna fuck you up when they get back off the yard. So the best thing to do is don't get involved in that, because if they get involved, every time something goes down on the yard, if there's a meeting, if there's any type of riot, if there's any type of lockdown, you're gonna have to roll with the car. And if you don't roll with the car, the motherfuckers that brought you in are gonna take you out. So be smart about it, and you don't necessarily have to join a gang when you go to prison, but watch who you socialize with and know your friends, know who you fuck with. Real talk. Another one of our readers emailed and wanted to know, when you go to prison, if you drop the soap, what happens? Now let me tell you something, man. Are you dropping the soap on the motherfucking streets? If you ain't dropping it on the streets, don't be dropping that shit in prison unless you a motherfucking Peter gazer. And what a Peter gazer means that when a motherfucker's showering and he's walking around and his fucking butt naked, you're looking at dicks. Don't be up in there looking at dicks. Once a motherfucker recognizes that you looking at his dick, he gonna think that you're on some punk time, and that's gonna lead to him trying to get you to drop your soap so he can go up in them butt cheeks. So your best thing to do is don't be Peter gazing. When you go to the shower, keep your motherfucking soap in your container.
So that's what that is? So you drop the soap, now you're down low, and people think you're looking at their happy place. And if they think that you're looking at their happy place, then they about to put their happy place inside of you? That's barbaric. Get a car, moped, bitch. Who drives a fucking moped? Loud ass fucking shit.
You drop your soap while in the shower, let it go. It's not that expensive to get another piece of soap. Let that shit float away and motherfucking stand up straight, because ain't nobody trying to see your ass. But if you're trying to show your ass up in there, motherfuckers gonna recognize that maybe you giving up them cheeks. If you giving up them cheeks, you're gonna get tested. You know, the first test is a motherfucker might slap that ass while you got your towel on. Now, if you just giggle, hee hee hee, and don't retaliate, then the next move is for that motherfucker to come in there and squeeze your butt. And then from there, he might just come in there and just like straight like, hey, homie, you know what I'm saying? You gotta let me get some of that.
No!
And that's how it escalates. So it ain't like they come in there and you just, hey, man, you know, we're gonna rape you and do all this stuff. Now, unless you're a punk. And I don't have nothing against punks. If you like it in the butt, that's your choice. But if you're looking for that, there's motherfuckers in there. As soon as you get there, they got some hard dick for them butt cheeks. You know, but if you ain't into that, you ain't got to worry. You ain't got to worry about motherfucking trying to take your butt, you know what I mean? So that's a lot of bullshit. People ain't just getting raped. But if you're talking shit and you into that and you like putting yourself out there, then a motherfucker might try you. He might be like, fuck it, man, you talking all this shit and you know what I'm saying, you think you hard, maybe I'll just knock you out and take your butt. And that's happened too. I've heard of motherfuckers getting knocked out and getting their butt took because they were running their mouth or thinking they were super hard or trying to carry themselves a certain way. But other than that, man, you ain't got to worry about that. You know.
Is it bad that he's wearing a shirt that says sex addict while he's talking about a man getting ran up inside of from the back? I don't like it.
Get up in there, get you a couple fiend bucks, beat your meat, you be all right, man. You ain't got to worry about nobody taking your butt cheeks.
That is so graphic. The way he explained that, I didn't think it would be this graphic. But, you know, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to comment, like, and or subscribe. Hug me, I'm scared, because this video has frightened me. BlastphamousHD off.